Hello everyone, I am Manav, and in this video we are gonna discuss a topic that is graphs. This topic relates with the previous video as this thing I have already told you in my previous video, yesterday's video, that was on acceleration. So this is like a series of our motion chapter of physics, and in this video what we are gonna cover is graphs that are made to calculate acceleration, velocity and the time, distance, displacement. All these things are those things that we are gonna cover in this video. So let's begin with our topic, graphs. So if I discuss the thing that we have learned in a previous video, that was acceleration. Our topic acceleration was not completely discussed, and I think first I should cover that topic before going to the topic of graphs. So first, what is acceleration? We must have heard this word velocity. We have heard, yes. We have heard this word velocity, speed. So first, I would like to tell you what is the difference between velocity and speed. First, a major difference, that is, speed is a scalar quantity. It's only tells us about magnitude, whereas velocity is a vector quantity that also tells us about direction. What direction? Vector quantity mean it's also tell us about magnitude, the numbers, and also tell us about directions. Now, after this, what we have? Yes, acceleration. Yeah. Before I will move to this topic, acceleration, I think you must be aware about the formula of both of speed and velocity. So first I would suggest you to learn about the speed, and before speed and velocity, two things are too much important: displacement and distance. You must be aware about distance and displacement because these two topics are major topic of this chapter. Due to of this reason, I made the video first on distance and displacement. What is the difference between distance and displacement? So if you don't know what is distance and displacement, so I think you should watch my first video, or don't move to the first video first. I would like to say that now I can easily explain you that thing also, but in very short. If you if you want to know more and more all those things in an expanded manner, so that is only possible when you'll watch a complete video on YouTube. Don't of mine. That's your choice. So, what is distance? The total part that you have covered in motion, while motion, is known as distance. Another topic. Displacement. What do you mean by displacement? Displacement means the shortest distance between two places. And what is the shortest distance between two places? The shortest distance between two places is none other than a straight line, not miles. A straight line is always the shortest distance between A and B point, between any point. Huh? Between any point. After what we have? We have, yes, we were on the formulas of speed and velocity. Formula of speed is equal to distance over time. The total path that you have covered and the total time that you have taken is our speed. After this, velocity. Velocity is a very little different from speed. You have your speed, and when you will add the direction in your speed, it becomes your velocity. So velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. S over t, speed is equal to d over t. And dt over tt, st over tt is our average speed and average velocity. That is not the topic that you will have to learn. After this, now acceleration. What do you mean by acceleration? Acceleration means rate of change of velocity per unit time, in per unit time. Rate of change of velocity in per unit time. If you are changing direction, when you change direction, mean you changing velocity. How? Because in the velocity there we also conclude a direction. So when the direction change, or that also change, what do we say this? Velocity also changed. And when velocity changed, acceleration. Decrease in speed. Direction is your particular direction. It can whether be your north, south, east or west. The direction is particular, only one, but your speed is increasing and decreasing. So when your speed decrease and increase, when your velocity in magnitude increase or decrease, it is stated as acceleration. So acceleration can happen with the help of three conditions. If your object doing these three conditions from 3 of 1, then it is possible. It is not possible. It is 100% possible that your object is in acceleration. Now, what is the formula? Formula is y minus u divided by time. Y mean final velocity, u mean initial velocity. You will say I cannot understand. I know. Final mean first your object was at 0. Your initial your Your initial velocity is 0, but your final velocity is 20. If you will minus, you will get 20. Time taken is 10. When your acceleration is 2. Now, one thing occurs, a question. To acceleration, there must be a SI unit of acceleration. Now, we can easily find out the SI unit from our formula in physics. I am telling you, please remember this. There are two types of acceleration: retardation, or we can say de-acceleration, and another positive acceleration. De-acceleration or retardation can also be, we can say it in another word, that is a negative acceleration. When the speed decreases, velocity decreases, acceleration happens. That acceleration is in minus, is in negative. It is negative. What is it? It is negative. If your velocity increases, your speed increases, your magnitude increases, velocity is known as positive acceleration. Acceleration is known as positive acceleration. No. There can be no acceleration. You will say, in which case? So that case is when your velocity is in a uniform motion. Your velocity is not changing. Neither direction is changing, nor your speed, velocity is decreasing in magnitude, not also not in, it is increasing. Acceleration 0. One thing also remember, acceleration doesn't mean, acceleration is not directly proportional to your high speed. Now let's move on to graphs. Graphs, हाँ जी. Graphs. You must be aware about the graph paper. Graph paper. That square, square, square. Another there are unit square, unit square. You know, we know it from our childhood. Now, if you want to draw a speed graph or the distance time graph, make like this. For now, your time will always on x-axis and your distance will always on y-axis. Now, what do you mean by this? When you will make like graph, so that this horizontal line, this is my what? The x-axis. Vertical line is my y-axis. On y-axis, we will always, the distance will be denoted on y-axis and time on x-axis. Why? The unit that are independent are always shown on the x-axis. Mean the time always going. You cannot say to time, I am not moving, so stop. You cannot say. Time is going. I can see my 14 minute has already gone. I'm just going to end this video now. So, time is going. You cannot say it. So I hope friends understand our today's topic. Yes. before this. When your slope, what is slope? Slope is that particular line like this. Oh, not like this. Like straight, like this. Like first it's going up and then down. That is slope. Slope is equal to x divided by y, or we can say x2 minus nahi, y2 minus y1 divided by y2 x2 minus x1. Now we say what is x1, x2, x2 like this. So x is my x-axis. You must have heard about the coordinates. After a long period, I think I will be able to make a video on maths. I must make that video on coordinates. So if you don't know coordinates, don't be able to understand this. So if your line is like this, straight, it means your speed is constant, your motion is constant. It is like this parallel, mean your if you will do like this, your you will make your coordinates. Time is going, but your speed is 6 to whatever that x. X will remain x. When your time, but your time is going because it is independent. So like this mean you are at rest. After covering some distance, you are now at rest. And like this, if your slope is too much up, mean the speed is too much. If you're in your VT graph, you mean your velocity time graph, if your slope is up, it means your velocity is too much, acceleration is too much. In your VT graph, you shows the acceleration. That is also shown by our coordinates. So you must have to learn about coordinates. So I hope, friend, you understand today's topic. Our topic is completed. Thank you.